20. There it is, heads. Alright. There it is, let's go! Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please take a second to click the like button if you like this video or hit the thumbs down if you don't. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. This video is sponsored by PTCGO the best place for you to get PTCGO code cards. Are you looking to complete your Pokemon card collection online for the latest set, or get booster packs to use for trading online, or the new ETV box and sleeves? PTCGO has everything you need. Please use my code KNIGHT22 at checkout so you can get a 5% discount. Help yourself out with the discount, and thank you for helping support the content I create in this channel and for helping out PTCGO. So for today, we'll be taking a look at Duraludon VMAX from the Evolving Skies set. First, let's take a look at its pre-evolution. Duraludon V. It is a Dragon-type Pokemon with 220 HP, and its unique battle style is Single Strike. It has 2 retreat costs, and common to all dragons, it has no resistance or weakness. It has 2 attacks. The first one is Metal Claw. For 1 fighting and 1 metal energy, it will deal 70 damage. And its second attack is Breaking Swipe. For 1 fighting and 2 metal energy, it will deal 140 damage. And then during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attacks do 30 less damage. This second attack is actually pretty unique because the Pokemon that was damaged by this attack will do 30 less damage not only to this Duraludon V, but to all of your Pokemon even in the bench. But as with any effect, it can be nullified if your opponent's active switches out or evolves. But this attack may come in handy if used wisely. Duraludon VMAX is the Gigantamax form of Duraludon V. It is a Dragon-type Pokemon with 330 HP. Its unique battle style is also Single Strike, with 3 retreat costs and again no resistance or weakness. It has the ability Skyscraper, which prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have special energy attached. While this ability does not prevent effects of attacks, the fact that this ability can negate any damage from a lot of Pokemon builds that utilize special energy make this Pokemon card very tanky in a lot of matchups. One way your opponent can stop this though is if they use Path to the Peak Stadium to turn off the ability. It only has 1 attack, G-Max Pulverization. For 1 fighting and 2 metal energy, it will deal 220 damage. And this attack's damage isn't affected by any effect on your opponent's active Pokemon, which means the abilities of Zamazenta V, Decidueye, Altaria, or even Glaceon VMAX will not prevent Duraludon VMAX G-Max Pulverization from dealing damage, making this attack go through any defenses. 220 damage honestly can pretty much 2-hit KO any Pokemon in the game. And since Duraludon VMAX is a Single Strike Pokemon, we have a few buffs that will make it a lot stronger. The first one is Abomasnow. It has the Toughness Boost ability, which will increase Duraludon VMAX HP up to 380 HP, which is a very significant increase. And I also have the Single Strike Energy, which acts as both Dark or Fighting type energy, and this will increase Duraludon VMAX attack by 20 damage for each of these attached. And this will be the only energy we will use to fulfill the Fighting Energy requirement on Duraludon VMAX attack. Naturally, I will also include Urn of Vitality so that we can recover up to 2 Single Strike Energy from the discard pile and put it back to the deck. To speed up energy acceleration, we have a few combination of cards to accomplish this. First, I have 2 copies of Zacian V. It has the ability Intrepid Sword. While it ends your turn, we can draw 3 cards. And if any of those cards are basic metal energy, you can attach them straight to Zacian V. And with all the metal energies attached on Zacian, we will then use Bronzong. Bronzong has the metal transfer ability. As often as you like during your turn, you can basically move metal energies around between all of your Pokemon. So with Bronzong, we can transfer energies from Zacian V to our Duraludon VMAX. And while Duraludon VMAX can pretty much take care of everything, Zacian V will be our backup attacker. It only has 1 attack, Brave Blade. For 3 metal energy, it will deal 230 damage, and this Pokemon cannot attack next turn. Duraludon VMAX can become a tanky building with all the support and buffs in play. But now and again, we will need to heal it up to keep Duraludon VMAX in the game. To help with this, I will be using Lucky Ice Pop. This item card heals your active Pokemon by 20 damage. And when you do, flip a coin, and if it's heads, you put this card back into your hand. And hopefully with a continuous favorable coin flips, you can keep reusing this until you heal up enough damage from Duraludon VMAX for it to survive another attack. I also have 2 copies of Crystal Cave Stadium, which can help heal all of our Metal and Dragon type Pokemon by 30 HP. The extra 30 HP heal can go a long way in many instances, and this also helps out to remove your opponent's stadium like Path to the Peak. As for the other item cards worth noting, I also have 4 Metal Saucers, which allows you to attach a basic Metal Energy from the discard pile to one of your benched Metal Pokemon, and we can attach those energies to Bronzong or Zacian V, after which we can just move the energies around to our other Pokemon with Bronzong's Metal Transfer ability. Next, we also have Tool Scrapper, which is great for removing our opponent's tool cards. And finally, I have 1 copy of Single Strike Scroll of the Fanged Dragon. This one is a bit experimental for me, but with enough energy on Duraludon VMAX, this scroll allows it to use super strong slash attack. For 1 fighting, 2 metal, and 2 colorless energy, it will deal 300 damage. But with the help of the Single Strike energy, you can actually increase the damage output of this attack. And then you discard all the energy attached from this Pokemon after attacking. This card can actually be a great finisher, allowing you to take the final 3 prizes with just 1 hit. As for my supporters, I have 1 copy of Birdkeeper, which can help us switch our Pokemon out of the active, and then we draw 3 cards. I have 1 Boss's Orders, 2 Marnie, 2 Professor's Research, and 2 Skyless. And finally, I have 8 Metal Energies. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below, and just to make things interesting, I went ahead and used this deck build on the online standard tournament. Do you think I can win first place with this deck? Find out in the following gameplay videos. Alright, we win the coin flip, and I'm going to elect to go first. And, okay, both of us are going to take a mulligan here. And it looks like we're up against the lightning type deck. And we're going to start off with the Zacian, which is great because now we can use our Intrepid Sword early on, and hopefully we can build up our energy, attach it all to Zacian, and all we have to do is set up our Bronzong and then be able to transfer those energies to our Duraludon VMAX. So we have a few things we need to do. Set up our Duraludon, set up our Bronzong, and go from there. Meanwhile, I'll just attach an energy. We can always just transfer those to Duraludon later on. And we do draw into a Snover, which is great. Now we can build up our Abomasnow. And our opponent is going to be Vikavolt V, and it's gonna try and item lock us in the next few turns. So what I'm gonna try and do is actually use up a lot of my item cards this turn if I can. Get a Duraludon V with a Quick Ball, and we can attach the Single Strike energy on Duraludon, and I'll probably switch it into the active. I'll use the Metal Saucer to attach onto Zacian, and hopefully we get a, I was gonna say a Bronzong line, but we didn't get anything. I might as well just use this Evolution Incense because we can't use it in the next turn. That will get our Abomasnow so we can increase Duraludon V's HP. We draw into Duraludon V, which is great. Can have a secondary attacker, and Birdkeeper is here for exactly for this reason, because sometimes if we cannot use our item cards, Birdkeeper is a great switching option, and it allows us to draw into a lot of cards. And also, Abomasnow actually has a big retreat cost, so having a few switching options would be great. And they do Marnie us though, and they're just gonna use Paralyzing Bolt, which now item locks us, and now we can't switch out of Duraludon. We can't switch out into Zacian. I was thinking of just hitting it for a huge amount of damage, but with Skyla, I'm just gonna get Birdkeeper just in case, and I'm gonna chip damage at this Vikavolt V because it has Cape of Toughness. So if we manage to evolve into Duraludon VMAX, we can just knock it out, or even knock it out with Zacian V. And they don't have any secondary attacker set up yet. All they have is a Moltres, Galarian Moltres in the bench, but with no energies. So we're looking good so far. Hopefully we don't it doesn't get me. A lot of the times I do worry about misplays, so let's see what we could do here. One option our opponent has is to knock out our Duraludon V, but by doing that they discard energy, and that opens a way for us to use items, and we can just knock it out with the Zacian, with our Zacian V. So if they decide to attack with attack our Duraludon V and knock it out, we can put Snover in the active and then use Metal Saucer to accelerate energy on Zacian V, and then we can just switch into it to knock out this Vikavolt V. Our opponent played Pumpkaboo just to thin out their hand and use their Crobat V, but I don't think they got anything from that. And they are just gonna knock out our Duraludon V, unfortunately. So what I'm gonna do here is just put Snover in the active. We do pull into an energy already, so which is great. And might as well just use Bird Keeper. We can draw into 3 cards, and I can just discard 1 energy, start setting up another Duraludon, attach an energy, attach this 2 card, and I'm just gonna knock out this Vikavolt V for 2 prizes. So it's an even exchange as of this time. I do want to watch out for that Moltres though. Ooh, nice. We get a Bronzor, which is great, and a Duraludon VMAX to evolve into. Yeah, that Moltres actually can charge up a lot of its attack, given that it depends on how much prize cards the opponent has taken. So far we've taken 2, and it increases the damage output of that Moltres. So they could use that as a final attack and win. So we just have to watch out. Before they use it, or at least be able to tank an attack from it. So let's see what happens. Oh, they're gonna Marnie. Yeah, I was checking the retreat cost of Bronzor here, because I was thinking of putting it into play, switching it out, and then just attach an energy to retreat back, and then attack with Zacian V again, getting 2 prizes from this Crobat V. But depending on whether or not they retreat it, that was gonna be my game plan. But they Marnie us. Yeah, so 50 more damage for each prize card its opponent has taken. So if we take 5, that's 250 plus the base damage. So it can, with enough damage to our Pokemon, they can 1-hit KO even Zacian. So again, we have to watch out how much prizes they take. We have single strike energy, so now all we have to worry about is transfer another energy on this Duraludon and be able to attack with it. Let's see, I can use Tool Scrapper to get rid of that balloon, but it seems like a waste. I'll just use it, because they might use Crobat as a pivot. Removing that might help us. And then I'm just gonna Marnie. And we do draw into a bunch of Ice Pops, which is good. Might as well just put this in the bench, and we will draw into Duraludon VMAX and another single strike energy. Yeah, the energy on Duraludon VMAX is a little odd because you need 2 metal and 1 fighting. So with 2 single strike energy, it's still not gonna allow our Duraludon VMAX to attack. So they're starting to build up their Vikavolt, but if we manage to put this Duraludon VMAX in the active and just start knocking things out, that would be great. But for now, I'm just gonna Brave Blade. That will get us 1 prize closer to winning this game. Okay. If they item lock us, I can even retreat and then okay, we'll just use Crystal Cave to heal. 50 damage isn't much, and it could give us more time to set up. I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword here. I really don't want to discard those Ice Pop. I actually do have a goal in this in this gameplay, is to be able to use my Ice Pops and get as much heads as I can and heal my Duraludon. So I do have a goal. I want to be able to showcase that. Let's evolve into Obama Snow. That will now increase the maximum HP of our Duraludon VMAX to 380. Meanwhile, we'll just continue to heal up this Zacian V. And now that our turn has ended, we can just knock out this Vikavolt V for 2 prizes. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to discard any of my the cards in my hand with the Professor, so let's get our 2 prizes. We get our Bronzong, nice, and Zacian V. Unfortunately, we couldn't set up Bronzor, but that's fine. If we can draw into another into another energy, we can attack with Duraludon VMAX. But yeah, Zacian V is a strong card on its own, so obviously there's a lot of matchups where Zacian V will just own our opponent, but Duraludon VMAX is here to shine, so it's definitely gonna see some. You're gonna see some knockouts in these matchups, but we won't be able to switch out because they're item locking us now. But what we could do is continue to just heal up our Zacian V. It has 160, so it is in knockout range of this Vikavolt V now. I can retreat and probably just use Professor's Research and hope we draw into a Metal Energy card and just knock out this Vikavolt V for the win, because Duraludon will be able to attack for 220, and there it is. That's gonna be game. All we have to do is attach this energy on Duraludon VMAX, Gmax Pulverization for 260. Okay. I forgot about the single strike energy. All right, good game. All right, moving on to this second match. Let's say hello to our opponent. Who is this? Professor Dadchu. Okay, Professor Dadchu. Let's have a good match. We will start off with the Duraludon V, and they are using a Zacian V, which is pretty strong. If they Intrepid Sword into a lot of energies, they can just knock out a Duraludon V easily. So at least we have Duraludon VMAX to evolve into, and they're also using Cape of Toughness to increase Zacian V's HP. They're gonna Intrepid Sword. Okay, they don't energize, accelerate energy, which is good for us. I will put an energy on Duraludon V, and I'm thinking of either using Marnie to disrupt their hand, but I don't want to lose the Evolution Incense, but I think it's better if I just disrupt their hand. So I will go ahead and just use Marnie, or put Bronzor, and I will sacrifice one Popsicle so that I can get a Snover, and that will end my turn. Unfortunately, we couldn't do much this time around, but it is what it is. I'm just hoping that our opponent doesn't have much on their hand either. Another Cape of Toughness. Okay, and that's why the Tool Scrapper is great, and we could just remove those Cape of Toughness from their Zacian Vs and not worry about the increased HP. They are gonna Marnie us though, but we do pull into a Evolution Incense, which is good. And alright, they're just gonna Intrepid Sword, and most likely they're gonna be able to attack with the Zacian V on their next turn. So we really have to start building up this Duraludon V. I'm just gonna use Evolution Incense for now to get set up my Bronzong, transfer energies, and then I'll evolve into Duraludon VMAX. I mean, if I get Abomasnow, it will increase Duraludon V's HP. I could just do that. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna go for the Abomasnow, and then I can use Skyla. Let me attach this here. Attach an energy. I'm gonna use Skyla, and yeah, unfortunately I can't use Quick Ball because I don't have any more cards in my hand to discard. Might as well just get Professor's Research. That way I can use that on my next turn. Again, they're not gonna be able to knock out our Duraludon V because it has 270 HP. They have Cape of Toughness, so they have no way to modify their attack output or damage output. So they're only gonna hit us for 230 damage. So that will give us time to kind of prepare, but then again, it does set up Duraludon V's damage if they do attack it. And if we evolve it into Duraludon VMAX, if they knock it out, they'll get 3 prizes. So we'll just have to find out how we're gonna go about dealing with this moving forward. It depends on what we pull or what we draw into with this Professor's Research. But no, they're gonna boss our Bronzong instead. Okay, I am actually okay with that because Bronzong is just there to move energies around, and I'm actually not using any Cheryl in this in this matchup, so I'm okay with that. Our top deck was Duraludon VMAX, which is great. The only thing with this is the awkwardness of the energies, because I am only using single strike energies to power up Duraludon VMAX attack, and unfortunately we can't attack just yet. So I'll just Intrepid Sword. So there's our single strike energy. Hopefully they don't Marnie that out of our hand. We need that to attack. Fortunately, their Zacian V is unable to attack this turn. They'll need to switch it out, but they don't have any other attackers. Then they can Oranguru here. If they have a switch, they can pivot into Oranguru and then just switch because it has Air Balloon. But they're gonna use Professor's Research, so now they have a lot of access to new cards. Okay, so with the energy in the discard pile, they could be using Metal Saucer. There it is. So now they have 2 attackers to switch out into, but they're gonna hard retreat. Okay, that's actually good for me moving forward because now they can't attack as easily. So they're gonna attack for 230, but we have Ice Pop and we have Crystal Cave to heal. So let's use Crystal Cave. And here we go. Come on, Ice Pop. Let's see those heads. Oh, we only get tails. Come on, 20 HP. There, there it is. Let's go. We're doing it. Oh, okay. Well, that was enough for the meantime. That should allow us to survive another attack from a Zacian. So there's the Tool Scrapper, and that's what I mean. Tool Scrapper is very useful in the meta right now. G-Max Pulverization, allowing us to knock out this Zacian V for 240 damage without that Cape of Toughness. Okay, we pull into Urno Vitality. So let's see. If they attack with Zacian V, they'll be attacking for 230. So that's gonna be 350. So we'll survive by 30 HP. So yeah, with the Obama Snow and all the healing, it's a great match. It's a really great combination. The Ice Pop is a little bit it's it's a little bit of a gimmick, the Ice Pop, but I had to use it. I have to use it with this tanky build, and you know what? It got us to the point where they won't be able to knock out our Duraludon VMAX just yet. And again, if they attack with this Zacian V, we'll just knock it out. Our opponent doesn't have any secondary attacker to replace Zacian after we knock it out. So, you know, with the right setup here, we could just... Okay, they're gonna Tool Scrapper away our scroll, but that's fine. We actually only need that if we're facing off against the VMAXs, but in this case, all of their Pokemon is actually pretty much within knockout range. Although their Zamazenta has Cape of Toughness, which is probably going to take 2 attacks to knock out, but we are going to survive an attack against this Zacian V, and we're just going to continue to heal with this Crystal Cave. And let's see, I can actually just switch out and attack with Zacian V. I can also set up another Abomasnow just in case, because my opponent can actually take advantage of that. If they knock out my Abomasnow, they can just knock out Duraludon VMAX, just like that. So I'm just gonna knock out the Zacian V to get my 2 prizes. We pull into a Metal Saucer and Ordinary Rod. So we're looking good so far. Now that I think about it, that scroll would have been really good actually, because, or no, actually it will not, because it's not gonna go through Zamazenta's defenses. Okay, they're just gonna Intrepid Sword, because G-Max Pulverization is the one that can get through defenses, not the scroll attack. So let's just continue to heal up this Duraludon VMAX. We're gonna set up another Duraludon VMAX just in case, and another Abomasnow. So this is pretty much the setup that I have. Not much else to do here, but just continue to attack. Again, they won't be able to attack with Zamazenta. It only has 1 energy. And I might as well just build up this other Duraludon, and we could just switch out. We could actually just retreat and then transfer all the energies in the new Duraludon. Right? Yeah, could do that. That way, you know, we won't have this Duraludon VMAX in the active as liability. Because they'll need to draw into boss's order. But you know what? With enough prizes, you know, with all the prizes that they still need to get, I might as well just attack. I did transfer that one energy because if they do manage to knock out this Duraludon VMAX, you know, we're not wasting any energies to be discarded. It's gonna remain in play. They have another Zamazenta V, but that's fine. As long as they don't have any more Cape of Toughness to put into play, we could just we could even just one-hit KO that Zamazenta V. Okay, they're gonna boss. Abomasnow. Yeah, Abomasnow's ability is great, but the retreat cost is not. That's the only thing. Okay, let's heal with the Crystal Cave. Put this energy on Duraludon, and hold on. I can actually, let's just metal transfer 3 energies we can spare so that we can finish up this match. Just metal transfer so that we can retreat, hard retreat with this Abomasnow, and that's gonna be game. So let's retreat into, yeah, let's finish this first. Retreat into Duraludon VMAX for Gmax Pulverization, knocking out the Zamazenta V for the win against our second match. So good game to our opponent, man. Alright, we win that coin flip, and I'm gonna elect to go first. And this final match, we could be going first place or second place. Just being able to get this far with this Duraludon VMAX is already, you know, I'm already feeling great about this build. And our opponent is Primal Clash. So let's have a good game. I am starting off with a Bronzor, and our opponent is just gonna attack with Fling with this Passimian. It looks like a Rapid Strike build. And let me see if I can sacrifice one of these Crystal Caves and let's see. I'm probably just gonna get Zacian V so I can use Intrepid Sword and draw into more cards. I can also use Skyla to get another Quick Ball to set up a Duraludon, but I don't know which one I can discard. I really don't want to discard any of the cards in my hand. Let me switch out Zacian V, because Bronzong, I would need Bronzong. And let's see, I'll just get a Quick Ball, discard this, and get a Duraludon V. And this way I can attach the single strike energy onto it, start setting it up, and then I can Intrepid Sword. Alright. Man, all they have is a Passimian. I wish I could just like knock it out and dunk this guy and just win this game, but unfortunately the cards we're drawing into is not too great. Okay, they're gonna use Evolution Incense to get an Octillery. And they're just gonna Fling. Dude, if we can just get a Bronzong, there's another energy. If we can if we can just get a Bronzong. But we can't switch out. We can't switch Zacian out of the active, so oh man. This is terrible. Let's just keep healing with the Crystal Cave. And I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword. I really don't want to waste this Metal Saucer, and unfortunately we're pulling into more Duraludon VMAX that we don't really need. Well, I guess they're not gonna make us win that easily. We can just knock out this Passimian. Come on. Let's let me get Snover here, and I'll just sacrifice. Come on, if we can get a Bronzong, a switch. There's a switch, dude. Come on, just let me win. Unfortunately, we need a metal energy to attack with Duraludon. Oh man, we're just passing away this this opportunity to just win easily against this Passimian. But unfortunately, there it is. They're gonna be able to set up their Rapid Strike Urshifu V on the bench. So, okay. All we needed was one more metal energy. We had the switch, and we could just attack. But nope. Our draws were just really terrible. So now we have to worry about this Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Because now we can easily knock out our Bronzong. At least Abomasnow has 140 HP, so it should survive a Gmax Rapid Flow. We do pull into an Evolution Incense from our top deck, so I'll just get my Bronzong so I can switch out this energy and start attacking with Duraludon VMAX. Right? So let's do that first. Right? And then I could probably use Birdkeeper too to switch. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, we get another Duraludon V, which is great. And let's heal. Alright, cool. Nice. We get that Ice Pop back into our hand, removing that damage from our Duraludon VMAX. I'm just gonna play the other Snover on the bench and then just pulverize this Passimian. Finally, unfortunately, we don't win the game that easy. We have 3 Ice Pops now in our hand, which is great, and they're gonna evolve into Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. If we get the scroll of Dragon Fangs, we can just one-hit KO this Rapid Strike and just win the game. But they're gonna be able to set up another Passimian and Moltres, Galarian Moltres. Okay. I actually want to start showcasing a lot of the tier 1 decks. I do have the necessary cards for them. I just a lot of YouTubers actually cover them up already, so that's why I always think that I shouldn't, but maybe I should. But yeah, okay. So they have another Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Our Zacian V has 190 HP. So Gmax Rapid Flow will do 120. With Passimian, it's 150. If they have telescopic sights, I don't. Well, speaking of, right? I don't think they're gonna knock out our Zacian V, so we should be good. We should be good. Oh, okay. So they're gonna target our Bronzong, unfortunately, and our Duraludon V, which could be a big liability if they knock it out moving forward. So this is kind of scary. This is now a scary predicament we're in. Let me, I think I'll just put the energy on my active. Because again, we have the scroll. We just gotta find it. But then again, I don't want to use Professor's Research. So I'll just attack with Gmax Pulverization. 260 damage is pretty significant, so that will put a lot of pressure on our opponent. We can easily take 3 prizes off of this Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. What they're probably gonna try and do is get another Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Okay, speaking of, probably energize it and then just use Gale Thrust for 150 damage. And we haven't set up our Abomasnow yet, so we have to get that going. I am tempted to use Marnie. Probably switch the Duraludon V in the active, but I don't think it's gonna heal enough of the damage from Duraludon V to make it even worth it. So okay, they're gonna switch. They have the Tower of Water, so they can easily retreat their Rapid Strike Pokemon, and they're gonna Professor's Research. There's an Energy Search. Okay, I was hoping they didn't have the Fighting Energy, but they do. They're probably gonna attach it on the second Urshifu VMAX and start damaging. They can either boss. Well, they can't boss now because they use Professor's Research, and they're probably just gonna attack our active for 150 damage. I wish we had. That would have been nice if the single strike. Well, then the whole theme would not make sense, right? If single strikers can also hit the bench, that'd be great. Let's see. There's the Gale Thrust, 450 damage, but thankfully we have the Ice Pops, the Popsicles. Let's go! Come on! 20 HP. Come on, there it is. We have 3 to work with. Okay, come on. Let's keep healing those damage. Oh, come on. 20. There it is, heads. All right. There it is. Let's go. Oh, no. Unfortunately, it broke the streak, but we are down to 30 damage on our Duraludon VMAX in the active, which is actually really great. Those Popsicles are awesome. I I gotta say those Popsicles are pretty awesome. I'm just gonna have to sacrifice all of my cards and just Professor's Research, and I do have 2 Abomasnow to evolve into now. They wouldn't be able to knock out both, and I'm just gonna Tool Scrapper away that Telescopic Sight, reducing the damage output of their G-Max Rapid Flow. So now, with this damage on their Rapid Strike VMAX, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX in the active, again, we're putting that pressure. They might be able to knock out our Duraludon V on the bench. Man, I was hoping actually to pull into a Duraludon VMAX and evolve the one on the bench, because if we do that, even if they do the G-Max Rapid Flow, they're not gonna damage our bench Duraludon if it's a VMAX because of the ability. But it is kind of scary right now, but they're just gonna Gale Thrust again. So we still have 200 HP left on our active, which is pretty great. We should be able to survive an attack from any of the Urshifu, but we will not survive an attack from Moltres. Meanwhile, I will get the scroll of the Dragon Fangs, and I'm gonna Ordinary Rod these 2, because I need to evolve the one on the bench. And let's see, put an energy on Duraludon V. I mean, I could attack with it later on. 150, 330. We should be able to survive. 223. We won't survive an attack from Moltres. But knocking out this Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX will get us 3 prizes. So if they attack our active and get 3 prizes from it, we could just evolve the one on the bench and then just knock out Moltres, get our last 2 prizes. So okay, it looks like we have this match in the bag. But right, so if they knock out our active with their Moltres, because that's the only attacker they have, if they put a fighting energy on Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, they'll switch, use Gale Thrust, and we'll survive, and then we'll knock it out. But they're gonna use Boss's Order to boss our Abomasnow. So now we will evolve into our Duraludon VMAX. Now they won't be able to use Gmax Rapid Flow to knock it out. We don't have any more switches, so I'm just gonna have to hard retreat this Abomasnow, build it up, and we have 8 cards left in the deck, so this is gonna be really tough. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take this slow. I think we have enough energy in the deck to put 3 energies on our active and then just retreat with it and just continue to attack with Duraludon VMAX. But if our opponent chooses to knock out our Abomasnow, then that's gonna win us the game. But no, they're gonna boss our other Abomasnow. Okay. Okay, we got single strike energy from our top deck. Okay, so this is gonna be really bad. I'm gonna use Evolution Incense. We only have one more rapid single strike energy. Okay, they used up 2 boss so far. How many boss does our opponent use? And again, I don't think we don't have any more switch. I only have 1 bird keeper in this build. So I'm just gonna build up. We have 1 more single strike energy in the deck. So 3 energies on our Abomasnow and the active. We should be able to retreat with it. So it really depends on what our opponent is going to do. They know the danger. It's very dangerous for them to attack. Our opponent has 5 prizes to go. Even if they knock out any one of our Pokemon. Okay, we have boss from our top deck. I'll just continue to build up this energy on our Abomasnow, and hopefully hopefully that single strike energy is not the last card in the deck. Oh, actually, you know what? Even if it is, we have boss. So even if it's the last card, we can just boss and then win the game that way. We'll retreat our Abomasnow and then knock out either Moltres or another boss. Dude, there's our last energy. How are we gonna win this? We're actually gonna lose this game. Unbelievable. I think that's it. We're gonna lose this game because they're gonna lock us in the active with us with no way out of the active, and our opponent's win condition is to basically we have Marnie. Gonna use Quick Ball. Oh dude, we have Bronzor. Let's go. And we have 1 card left. Our opponent is trying to deck us out, but you know what? That's our way out. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So our opponent's trying to deck us out. They can't attack us because we'll win. They just knock out their attacker. But our opponent doesn't know that we have Bronzong in our hand, and that's gonna be game. I think we got this unless our opponent has a surprise attack somewhere. But again, they won't be able to take enough prizes to win this game. We have boss in our hand. Even if they Marnie, we will still be able to get that boss in time to win the game. They don't have any more boss because they used them all up, trying to lock us out. That actually would have worked, but fortunately, dude, I was so worried that Bronzor was prized, and if that was the case, we would have lost this game. So there it is. We're just gonna evolve into Bronzong, metal transfer, metal energy into the active, so we can hard retreat into one of our Duraludon VMAX. Put this here to make a showcase for this scroll. Dude, that was so close. Well played. Boss this, and we're just gonna knock out this Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, winning us the game. Dude, Duraludon VMAX actually took first place in this tournament. Man, that was intense. Duraludon VMAX, the Skyscraper Pokemon. It is immune to any damage from Pokemon with a special energy on it, and its attack cannot be stopped by anything. It can pulverize anything on its path. It has a lot of HP, and we have the means to heal it with an awesome Popsicle. What more can I say? This Skyscraper Dragon would make an awesome office building. And that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this build and the gameplay. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicle Knight channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.